My child, before this message moves any further, I need you to slow down and listen with your whole heart, because what is unfolding around you is not what it seems. Something has been happening behind the scenes, quietly, invisibly, while you were focused on simply making it through each day. Don't skip this moment. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There was a time, not very long ago, when your soulmate stood at the edge of a decision. A final decision. A decision they believed would close the door forever. They told themselves they were done waiting. They convinced themselves that walking away was the only path left. They repeated it in their mind again and again. They tried to silence the memories. They tried to silence the feelings. They tried to silence the connection. But no matter how far they attempted to move away from the thought of you, something kept pulling them back. Something refused to let the story end. And what happened next shocked them more than they could ever explain. Because just when they thought they understood who you were, they learned a truth about you that changed everything. Stay with me because this truth is far bigger than anyone expected. Your soulmate believed they had already figured you out. They thought they knew your intentions. They thought they understood your silence. They thought they understood your distance. But what they did not know was that there were chapters of your story hidden beneath the surface. Chapters nobody had shown them. Chapters nobody had explained. Chapters that carried the answers they had been searching for all along. And when those answers finally reached them, everything began to shift. Don't skip. The next part is important. There was a moment when they looked back at every conversation, every memory, every interaction, and suddenly saw things differently. What once looked like distance now looked like protection. What once looked like silence now looked like strength. What once looked like uncertainty now looked like wisdom. They realized they had been viewing you through incomplete information. They had been judging a masterpiece while only seeing a small corner of the canvas. Imagine the shock of realizing that the person you almost walked away from was never who you thought they were. Imagine the feeling of discovering that the story you believed was ending had only just begun. That is the realization your soulmate has been facing. Something huge is waiting for you. Stay till the end. The most surprising part is that this truth did not arrive with noise. It did not arrive with drama. It arrived quietly. One conversation. One realization. One unexpected moment that forced them to see beyond assumptions. Suddenly they began connecting dots they had never connected before. Suddenly they started understanding things they had never understood. Suddenly your actions made sense in a way they never had before. And the more they understood, the more difficult it became for them to walk away. Because the image they had created in their mind was being replaced by the reality of who you truly are. My beloved child, there are people who only understand others at the surface level. They see what is obvious. They hear what is spoken. They judge what is visible. But your story has never been a surface-level story. There are depths within you that few people recognize immediately. There are qualities within you that reveal themselves slowly. There are strengths within you that become visible only to those willing to look beyond appearances. And your soulmate has finally begun looking deeper. Do not underestimate the power of being truly understood. Many people spend years waiting for someone to see past the surface. Many people spend years hoping someone will recognize the truth hidden beneath misunderstandings. Your soulmate is entering that moment now. They are beginning to see things they never saw before. They are beginning to understand things they never understood before. They are beginning to feel things they tried very hard not to feel. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There is another detail you need to hear. The truth they discovered was not a small truth. It was not a simple fact. It was something that challenged everything they believed. It forced them to question their previous conclusions. It forced them to revisit memories they thought they had already understood. It forced them to ask themselves a difficult question. What if they were wrong about you all along? That question became impossible to ignore. Day after day it lingered in their thoughts. Moment after moment it echoed in their heart. What if they had been standing in front of something extraordinary without realizing it? What if they had nearly lost someone irreplaceable because they failed to see the full picture? The realization hit harder than they expected. And once it arrived, it could not be undone. Because truth has a strange power. Once it is seen, it cannot be unseen. Once it is understood, it cannot be forgotten. Once it enters the heart, it begins changing everything. That is exactly what is happening. While your soulmate once believed they were ready to close the door, they now find themselves unable to stop thinking about what they have learned. The truth keeps returning to them. The truth keeps speaking to them. The truth keeps reminding them that there is more to this connection than they realized. Stay till the end because this journey is only beginning. There are moments when people believe they are moving on, only to discover that they have been moving toward a deeper understanding instead. There are moments when endings transform into beginnings without warning. There are moments when a single realization changes an entire future. Your soulmate is standing inside one of those moments right now. And whether they expected it or not, their heart is responding. Slowly. Quietly. Powerfully. They are beginning to see your value in ways they never did before. They are beginning to appreciate qualities they once overlooked. They are beginning to recognize the significance of things they once dismissed. Every day the picture becomes clearer. Every day the understanding becomes stronger. Every day the truth becomes more impossible to ignore. My beloved child, if these messages resonate with you, subscribe if these messages resonate with you. Super thanks helps $8 support more messages like this. And now listen carefully because the next chapter of this story is even more surprising. The truth your soulmate discovered did not simply change their opinion. It changed their perspective. It changed the way they see the connection. It changed the way they see you. And most importantly, it changed the way they see themselves. Because sometimes understanding another person also reveals something about our own heart. Sometimes recognizing someone's value forces us to confront what we almost lost. And that realization can be life-changing. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What your soulmate is feeling now is not confusion. It is awakening. It is clarity arriving after uncertainty. It is understanding arriving after misunderstanding. It is truth arriving after assumptions. And as that truth continues unfolding, they are discovering something they never expected. The closer they get to understanding the real you, the harder it becomes to imagine a future without you. The story they thought was ending is becoming something entirely different. And this is only the beginning. A strange shift is happening at this very moment, and your soulmate cannot escape it no matter how hard they try. Stay till the end. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. The truth they learned about you was only the beginning. What came after that truth was even more powerful. Because once the misunderstanding disappeared, they were left face to face with a reality they never expected. They started seeing signs of you everywhere. A familiar song suddenly carried your memory. A random conversation unexpectedly reminded them of you. A place they once walked through without emotion suddenly felt different. They tried to ignore it. They tried to push it away. But every attempt only made the connection stronger. What shocked them most was not the fact that they still thought about you. What shocked them was how deeply they thought about you after learning the truth. For a long time, they believed they had all the answers. They believed they understood the entire situation. They believed there was nothing left to discover. Then reality surprised them. Suddenly they realized there was a side of you they had never truly seen. A side that explained everything. A side that revealed your heart. A side that revealed your intentions. A side that revealed why certain things happened the way they did. And the moment that realization arrived, their entire perspective shifted. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The most surprising part is that your soulmate is now questioning every conclusion they once made. They are revisiting old memories and seeing details they completely missed before. They are replaying moments that once seemed ordinary but now feel incredibly important. They are discovering hidden meaning in conversations they almost forgot. It is as if a veil has been lifted from their eyes. The more they understand, the more impossible it becomes to walk away emotionally. There was a night recently when your soulmate sat alone with their thoughts. No distractions. No noise. No outside opinions. Just silence. And inside that silence, something unexpected happened. The truth they learned about you began connecting with memories they had buried deep inside. One memory led to another. Another led to another. Suddenly they found themselves remembering your kindness. Your patience. Your energy. Your presence. Things they once overlooked suddenly became impossible to ignore. Stay till the end because what happens next changes everything. The realization was not instant. It grew slowly. Like sunlight appearing after a long night. At first it was only a feeling. Then it became a thought. Then it became certainty. They started asking themselves questions they never asked before. What if this connection was more important than I realized? What if I misunderstood someone who genuinely mattered? What if leaving was the biggest mistake I almost made? Those questions continue following them. They wake up with those questions. They carry those questions through the day. They go to sleep with those questions. And every answer seems to point back to one person. You. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. Your soulmate never expected to feel this way again. They thought the chapter was closing. Instead, it feels as though a completely new chapter has opened. They thought distance would erase the connection. Instead, distance has highlighted it. They thought time would weaken their feelings. Instead, time has revealed their true depth. What they learned about you has become impossible to forget. It follows them into quiet moments. It follows them into busy moments. It follows them everywhere. Every new realization strengthens what they are beginning to feel. Every new understanding makes the connection harder to deny. And there is something even more surprising. The truth they learned did not only reveal who you are. It revealed how rare you are. They are beginning to understand that people like you do not appear every day. Genuine hearts are rare. Authentic energy is rare. Loyalty is rare. Deep understanding is rare. They are beginning to realize that what they nearly walked away from was not ordinary. It was extraordinary. Stay till the end. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. There is a reason this realization feels so powerful. Deep inside, your soulmate knows they are seeing something they should have seen much earlier. They know certain pieces of the puzzle were hidden from them. They know they judged situations without knowing the complete story. And now that the complete story is finally becoming visible, everything feels different. Every day brings another realization. Every day brings another memory. Every day brings another moment of understanding. And with each passing day, the emotional distance becomes smaller. My beloved child, sometimes life allows people to step away only so they can return with greater understanding. Sometimes separation creates clarity. Sometimes confusion creates wisdom. Sometimes a nearly closed door becomes the most important doorway of all. That is exactly what is happening now. Your soulmate thought they were walking toward an ending. Instead, they were walking toward a revelation. And this revelation continues growing stronger. If these messages resonate with you, subscribe if these messages resonate with you. Super thanks helps $8 support more messages like this. Now listen carefully because the next revelation is even more powerful. Your soulmate has not only discovered the truth about who you are. They are beginning to discover how much your presence truly mattered in their life. The more they realize that, the harder it becomes to imagine a future where you are completely absent. That realization is growing every single day. And what happens next may become the moment they remember for the rest of their life. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Because something huge is waiting for you. Something unexpected happened after your soulmate learned the truth about you, and this next part may be the most surprising chapter yet. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. For a long time, they believed they had already made their choice. They believed the path ahead was clear. They believed there was nothing left to think about. But the moment the truth entered their heart, certainty began to disappear. Suddenly, the future they had imagined no longer felt right. Suddenly, the plans they had made no longer felt complete. Suddenly, they found themselves looking backward, not because they were trapped in the past, but because they realized something important might still be waiting there. The truth about you became a mirror. It reflected things they had refused to see. It revealed emotions they had buried. It uncovered feelings they thought had disappeared. And the deeper they looked, the more they realized that what they felt for you was never as small as they tried to convince themselves it was. Stay till the end because this revelation becomes even stronger. There have been moments recently when your soulmate has stopped in the middle of an ordinary day and felt your presence in their thoughts without warning. No reason. No explanation. Just a sudden memory. A sudden feeling. A sudden reminder. And every time it happens, they feel the same thing. A pull. A connection. A question they cannot answer. Why does this person still matter so much? Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. The answer is beginning to reveal itself. The truth they learned about you unlocked something inside them. It reminded them of everything they admired but never fully appreciated. It reminded them of conversations that carried more meaning than they realized. It reminded them of moments that seemed small at the time but now feel unforgettable. They are beginning to understand that some people enter our lives for a reason. Some people leave an imprint that cannot be erased. Some people become part of our story in ways we only understand later. Your soulmate is beginning to understand that you are one of those people. And that realization is changing everything. The most powerful part is that they did not expect this transformation. They expected closure. They expected distance. They expected peace through forgetting. Instead, they found clarity through remembering. Every memory now carries a different meaning. Every interaction now feels more valuable. Every detail now seems more important. Stay till the end. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. There was a particular moment when they realized just how much had changed. It was not a dramatic moment. It was quiet. Simple. Personal. A moment when they suddenly imagined a future and realized something was missing. No matter how they pictured tomorrow, a part of them kept searching for your presence. That realization stayed with them. It followed them through the day. It followed them through the night. And it continues following them now. The truth about you did not just reopen old feelings. It revealed new understanding. It showed them that your strength was greater than they knew. Your heart was deeper than they knew. Your value was greater than they knew. And once they saw it, they could not return to the old version of the story. My beloved child, there are times when people almost walk away from blessings because they fail to recognize them. There are times when people nearly lose something precious because they only see part of the picture. But life has a way of revealing truth at exactly the right moment. And when that truth arrives, everything changes. Your soulmate is living through that change right now. Every day, their understanding grows stronger. Every day, their appreciation grows deeper. Every day, the connection becomes harder to ignore. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What makes this situation extraordinary is that your soulmate is no longer focused on what went wrong. They are focused on what they missed. And the more they think about what they missed, the more they recognize your importance. They are beginning to understand that your actions came from a place they never fully understood before. They are beginning to understand that your silence carried meaning. Your patience carried meaning. Your choices carried meaning. The puzzle pieces are finally coming together. And when puzzle pieces come together, a picture appears. The picture they are seeing now is completely different from the one they believed before. That is why their emotions feel different. That is why their thoughts feel different. That is why their heart feels different. Stay till the end because the next realization may be the most powerful one yet. Your soulmate has started wondering what might happen if they had one more opportunity. One more conversation. One more chance to express what they now understand. One more chance to show what they now feel. This thought keeps returning to them. It appears when they least expect it. It arrives during quiet moments. It arrives during busy moments. It arrives without invitation. And every time it arrives, it becomes stronger. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. What began as curiosity has become reflection. What began as reflection has become understanding. What began as understanding is becoming something much deeper. Your soulmate thought they were walking away forever. But after learning the truth about you, they have discovered something they never expected. The farther they tried to move from the connection, the closer the truth brought them back. And this journey is far from over. Because the next chapter is about to reveal what happens when understanding becomes action, when realization becomes intention, and when a heart finally accepts what it has been trying to deny for far too long. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The moment your soulmate finally accepted the truth about you, something remarkable began happening inside their heart. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They spent so much time convincing themselves that leaving was the answer that they never stopped to ask a more important question. What if they were walking away from the very person they were meant to understand? That question has become impossible for them to ignore. It follows them through every quiet moment. It appears during unexpected moments of reflection. And every time it appears, the answer feels clearer than before. The truth they learned about you has become a turning point. Not because it changed who you are. You have always been the same person. The truth changed what they could finally see. It opened their eyes to things that had been hidden behind assumptions. It revealed details they overlooked. It revealed strengths they underestimated. It revealed qualities they never fully appreciated. And now they cannot stop thinking about it. Stay till the end because the next part may surprise you even more. Recently, your soulmate found themselves remembering moments they once considered ordinary. But now those moments feel extraordinary. A conversation they almost forgot suddenly feels important. A memory they barely noticed suddenly feels unforgettable. A small detail has become impossible to stop replaying in their mind. This is what happens when understanding arrives late. Things that once seemed simple suddenly become meaningful. Things that once seemed insignificant suddenly become valuable. Things that once seemed forgotten suddenly become unforgettable. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. The most unexpected realization is that your soulmate has started seeing your influence in places where they never expected. Certain lessons they learned came from you. Certain strengths they developed were inspired by you. Certain moments of growth happened because of experiences connected to you. They are beginning to understand that your presence affected their life more deeply than they realized. And that realization has created a powerful emotional shift. Instead of focusing on reasons to leave, they are focusing on reasons they stayed connected in their heart all this time. Instead of focusing on what separated you, they are focusing on what continued connecting you. Instead of focusing on endings, they are beginning to think about possibilities. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. My beloved child, there are moments in life when truth arrives exactly when it is needed most. Not too early. Not too late. At precisely the moment when understanding can create transformation. This is one of those moments. Your soulmate is no longer viewing the story through old assumptions. They are viewing it through clarity. And clarity changes everything. Every day they learn something new about what they feel. Every day they recognize another reason they cannot forget you. Every day they discover another piece of the truth. The picture continues becoming clearer. The emotions continue becoming stronger. The understanding continues becoming deeper. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What makes this chapter extraordinary is that your soulmate is no longer searching for reasons to move on. They are searching for answers about why they almost did. That difference may sound small, but it changes everything. Because when someone begins questioning their decision to walk away, it means their heart is seeing something their mind once missed. And what their heart is seeing now is powerful. They are beginning to recognize your value. They are beginning to recognize your sincerity. They are beginning to recognize your uniqueness. Most importantly, they are beginning to recognize how difficult it would be to replace someone like you. That realization arrived quietly. But its impact has been enormous. Stay till the end because something even more surprising is unfolding. There have been moments recently when your soulmate imagined what life would look like years from now. And every time they imagine that future, a familiar thought appears. A familiar face appears. A familiar connection appears. You. No matter how they try to picture tomorrow, your presence continues appearing in the vision. And that has left them asking a question they never expected to ask. What if the person I almost left behind was actually one of the most important people in my story? Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. The answer is still unfolding. The truth is still revealing itself. The understanding is still growing. But one thing has become impossible to deny. The more your soulmate learns about the real you, the more impossible it becomes to imagine that leaving forever was the right choice. That thought grows stronger every day. That feeling grows stronger every day. That connection grows stronger every day. If these messages resonate with you, subscribe if these messages resonate with you. Super thanks helps $8 support more messages like this. And now, as this chapter comes to a close, another door is beginning to open. Because the next stage is not about what your soulmate has learned. The next stage is about what they decide to do with that knowledge. Understanding creates emotion. Emotion creates intention. Intention creates movement. And what begins moving next may become the most unforgettable part of this entire journey. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Because something huge is waiting for you.